No, my love. You only thought you killed her, and you believed it. Yet my love for you never died. Okay, the part that she's referring to herself in third person is a bit kind of creepy, although I refer to myself in third person a lot. It's a little creepy. What's up, guys? I'm back from vacation, or I've been back from vacation. I ended up getting sick right after I got back and was not able to do any recordings or anything. I sounded horrible. I'm still kind of coming down off of being sick, so my voice might sound a little funny during this. But while I was on vacation, I had one of the developers for this game reach out to me to see if I wanted to play the demo for their game that should be releasing in September. And I figured, why not? It kind of sounds like it's right about what I'm playing right now. It's supposed to be more of a text story base, kind of sounds more like your spooky, scary kind of game. So I figured, why not? So without further ado, let's jump into Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. I see her in my dreams, her and that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter, the one bearing her name, my old love Lilith. 5 years ago on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in. But now, she's calling me back to the house, wants to bury her beneath, or bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. Act 1. Welcome home, my love. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there is a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia, a womb of gales that blow out of. But you come here, you wait, standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hands. Why are these words underlined? A coastal nation in the northwest of Gaia, governed not by a central authority, but by a 9-member council known as the Court of Trade, and is highly advanced in seafaring. Gaia, a windswept world of 15 island nations home to unique races and cultures. Huh. So I can interact with stuff? Our home, waiting on the edge of a cliff in a place that everyone forgot. She used to say she loved the sound of the waves crashing against the walls. Interesting. Huh. Cool. I do like the background kind of art. That's actually really good. And the way it shifts and moves is cool. I want to read the letter. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight, trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again and again and again. Oh, it kind of, okay, so it also puts the letter over there in the main text space. That's cool, just because I'm probably going to struggle reading that with my dyslexia. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to a creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be. My love, as long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I am waiting for you in the never all. Lilith. Huh. So it seems like my choices are either I kind of believe this is Lilith, or I kind of doubt that this is Lilith. And I feel like going into this, I want to go in with a little bit of doubt. I need to put an end to this nonsense. Lilith is dead. And yet you fear that she isn't, because what waits for you may be far more dangerous than a corpse calling you to her door. Like what? Like memories. Just like this very moment, standing here in the rain, a memory brought you here, and it keeps you here. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? We're gonna go with why here. Why would Lilith call me here? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs of Livber's shores. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lives, all buried here. The two-story hovel rises upon your memories. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. Unfortunately, you think your memories are at your mind. Most people do. But in truth, they're fragments. It's flaking off the world around you, carried by the wind and the rain and the sun and the pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with the air you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing it until you're convinced you've moved on. They are obligated to. Are you saying I never really left this place? These questions still have no... I'm pretty sure I just heard somebody like walking through mud or something like crumpling. Kind of creepy. These questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers, but in time, they will. You shouldn't stay out in the rain any longer. This was my house 5 years ago. I'm gonna knock on the door just in case somebody else lives here now. Meow. Oh, it's a cat. Yell. Or winged cutie from the sky nation of Etheros, drifting down from its floating isles. I never found out how Lilith came to find her. It's a winged cat? That's cool. Is there anything else I can... Oh, that's a cat again. The doors worn by rain and wind. The winds born from the whirlwind in Caridia. Even now, the breeze against my face reminds me of home. Oh, I can hang on to the letters and stuff. Oh, that's cool. I like that. So the cat meowed at me. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged bacterium Cootie? I think it's Cootie. I don't know. Who's never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly towards you, landing at your feet. She shakes the droplets from her coat. Then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. So what is a cutie? A domesticated bacterium believed to hail from the Sky Nation due to its non-functional wings. Huh, okay. So it's a cat with wings, but it can't fly. Do you know what is waiting for me in there, my friend? Just a meow. Doesn't really help me much. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. With a soft stroke, she traces the door frame with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Huh. I hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance, far, far away. The flash of lightning strikes behind you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang weightless in mid-air. The background music and background noise all just disappeared. That's cool. Yale glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows. Between the rocks, your fate embraces you. Open the door. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of tulip flowers mixed with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to the festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith, and then you see her standing beneath the dim light, like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine, and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement. You can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith? She doesn't see you, bent slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her, Lilith, the ghost of your past, your greatest lie and sin. So can I interact with... Is this really her? This is the moonlight of the late Circad? That sweet stretch when all of Gaia drifts to sleep, unmelted. But there's no more sleep for me, not anymore. I remember this chair. One of its legs was shorter than the rest. It was made from a piece of shipwreck washed ashore, like everything else around here. Interesting. Okay. I still feel like we need to go in with a little bit of doubt. So we're just going to question if this really is Lilith. You stare stunned at the woman who stands before you. She should be dead. Her hair no longer shines like it did that festival night. Reddish-brown strands fall over her shoulder like wet string. Her skin is shallow, a ghost-like paleness. And her eyes, the moment she turns her head and you meet them, another hollow question slips your lips. Why? Oh, this must be her back at when we met her at the festival. That's like a sketch. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's the festival. It kind of looks like there's little stalls. You remember the festival night. A warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a flameous areolo? Aurora? I have a hard time saying words. We're just gonna skip it. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white tulip flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles, tossing her hair back. She asks the same question. Okay, this one popped up before. A white-colored plant resembling the forget-me-not flower. Okay. White tall. Now I can't say it. White flowers. Why? So this is a memory of the day at the festival. So what would I have said back then? Oh, both of these are kind of like bubbly answers. Because I wanted them to last forever. Then why would you pick them? I know how much you love these, at least as much as I love you. A beautiful lie, told so well, even you believed it yourself. My love, you've finally come. For a moment, I thought you wouldn't. She looked at you. A brief silence fills the distance between the two of you. Your eyes, they haven't changed. I don't understand. Lilith, you should be dead. I left you where it all ended. How? As the candle flame on the table flickers, you think you catch a shadow of hatred passing briefly across Lilith's face, as if beneath her skin there was another face. I waited for you, where you gave me the white flowers. I didn't die. I waited for you to return, to tell me you still loved me, to confess that it was all a lie. She waves her hand as if brushing the thought from her mind. But that's not what we should be talking about now. Come, sit. No, I won't sit before I get an answer. Is it really you? Okay. Her pale skin and the wear beneath the eyes, the same marks you see on every face raised in Livber's lawless ports. That's why Mother never approved of her. To her, she was just a tarnished destitute of noble blood. Okay, anything else I can... What's this? The meat on this plate, familiar and unsettling. Okay, the same dress, roughly woven, its colors faded. She wore something like it the first time I saw her, after Cardia's silks. Her simplicity felt real. Okay. Lilith slowly approaches. Now you can see her eyes more clearly. There's something squirming behind her gaze. Her movement feels more like gliding than walking. Slowly she reaches her hands towards yours. My love, do you truly not recognize me? The Lilith I knew died years ago. Pull your hand back sharply. Lilith recoils for a moment. For an instant, a flash of anger crosses her face. Something you've never seen before. Then she smiles again. No, my love. You only thought you killed her. And you believed it. Yet my love for you never died. Okay, the part that she's referring to herself in third person is a bit kind of creepy. Although I refer to myself in third person a lot. It's a little creepy. But let's not dwell on that, shall we? You see her body relax. A smile appears on her face. One you almost believe is genuine. Come, let's eat. I guess we're gonna sit down? That's a bit of a sinister smile. That look in her eyes, like something else is withering behind them. It's her, but not. None of this feels right. Anything else I can look at? The flame of the dining candle fights to burn with all its strength. Soon it'll go out completely. That's probably not good. Okay, I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've let me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer. After I told you that we could become one. Our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual. You expect me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Okay, that scrolled a little too far. Okay, Her hand holding the fork freezes in midair for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith's breath deepens. My madness. I offered you love. Only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you are afraid. Afraid to be with me. Beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piecing our souls together to crown our love, you saw my blood, heard my screams. You saw me vanish into the darks of the waters. She turns her face towards you, and in the darkness, with hatred, with rage, with something darker, and with something even I cannot name, her skin ripples as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. You can't tell if it's real or just the candle's flickering light playing tricks on you. Then, just as quick as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. No, you didn't even know what you wanted. How simple your little brain thinks, my love. And still, you call it imprisonment. The splendor I saw, you called it madness. The happiness I offered. My dearest, I know you're afraid, because my love forces you to become who you truly are. Don't worry, I am always with you. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain. Driven harder by the wind, the sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment, you wish you weren't out there on the deck of a ship bound for somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith. Okay, her with a horse, by the looks of it? It already has, my love, but not my madness. It's your cowardice. Go on, eat porf meat. I cooked it just the way you like it. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Giggles. What is porf? A sacred animal in Cardia, known to live in herds. They have long manes and specialized pincers used for communication, strongly driven by the sense of belonging. They bond only with certain homins. I believe that's homins. When threatened, they can secrete a toxic chemical. Okay, so that must be this thing? That must be a porf? Okay. And it's a sacred animal? Gods, porf meat? Lilith, you've completely lost it. After the festival where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porf, remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was so long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane showed, how proud it stood. Did you really think I couldn't tolerate that, my love? That first night we met, we didn't eat anything, Lilith. No! She slams her hands on the table, leaning forward, her face contorted with rage, her eyes wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No. That's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you loved me, how we'd never be apart. Do you remember what else you said? I said it didn't matter that you came from a different class. That's what you said, isn't it? I remember how your mother looked at me the first time we met, like I was a disgusting insect, or worse, a bacterium. If I wasn't born a noble in Cardia, I was nothing to her, and you didn't stand by me. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off of you. Every movement of her body quivers as she tries to cut the porf meat with her fork. Her head tilts slightly, crimson hair glistening off of the candlelight. Silky strands swaying back and forth. Your gaze drifts towards her plate. And in that moment, you realize she's not cutting the meat at all. She's driving the fork into her own thumb, slicing deep. The blood spills, mingling with the meat. We're just gonna take a step back. As you suddenly try to step back, the table leg scrapes against the wood. Your knees slam into the underside of the table. What's wrong, my love? You. I didn't realize I clicked on an answer. You're my problem, Lilith. Okay. Lilith's eyes follow your gaze to the porcelain plate in front of her. After a brief pause, she picks up a scrap of paper from the floor and presses it to her bleeding finger. And then, in the blink of an eye, she's suddenly right behind you. Ah, love, my love, if only you knew how happy it makes me to see you. Worry about me, but it's just a small cut. Don't fret. Did you cut yourself too deeply? How could you be so careless, Lilith? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. It's just, I never told you how my mother died, did I? She was addicted to doping. Doping? Some said she was obsessed, but I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained of her own blood. When they found her, she had drowned in herself. Tragic. Though I used to think it was funny, but now I understand why she did it. Why? Because some obsessions are meant to consume you. They have to go deep. They have to become a part of who you are. Like you, like me, or like you becoming a part of me. You understand, don't you, my love? You must be inside me. Neither of us is complete until we're one. Shells. Shells within shells. Voids. The candle flickers. Rain lashes against the window. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breathing mingles with yours. Slowly, she circles around you and slips into the darkness. The woman watches you, unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. I feel like we shouldn't eat what is considered a... Oh, what was it? Some sort of animal that's like sacred. A sacred animal. We should not eat a sacred animal. So we're going to go with, I can't put up with this madness any longer and get up. That might have been a bad idea. Okay, this isn't anger, it's something else. Her features, they're slipping like another form beneath her skin. The true horror she's hiding is struggling to surface. Okay, anything else I can... That knife she just used to cut the meat. Its hilt is made from broken pieces of giant sea crustaceans washed up on Livber shores. Okay, looks like that's the only thing I can interact with there. Did you think you can defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never. So we're gonna head for the door, because that was the only option I think I had. That or I just clicked on one randomly. I wasn't paying attention. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move towards the door. Behind you, Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hand reaches for the door, Lilith blocks your path, eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she just used to cut the meat. You instinctively tense up. Lilith, don't be ridiculous. Get out of my way. You've completely lost your mind. I haven't finished what I have to say, my love. Everything is ready for our souls to unite. We only have to die together. Lilith, do you realize what you're asking? This isn't love. Please, come to your senses. I'm begging you. The candle's fading glow reflects off the dusty paintings on the walls. The paint on each seems wet and fresh, as if just applied. On the table, the bloody pork meat subtly withers? Withers? I don't know. Words. You haven't finished your meal yet. Listen, I only came to understand you. Whatever you mentioned in your letter, that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk. You're part of me, in my body, my heart, my soul. Do you understand? You're mine, my love. Mine. I can't lose you again. On her maddened face, there's a terrifying grin mingled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whites of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps towards you. Stop. Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged cream clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath, and suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair. Your last shred of rational thought screams at you, "It's awakening!" No, we're gonna run. We're gonna run. Your feet recoil in an archaic reflex, and you stumble over one of the books scattered on the floor. Crashing down for a brief moment, yellowed pages spill out across the ground from the fallen book. You catch glimpses of your own drawings, a dining table, and a woman clutching a knife. But there's no time to focus. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. That's when you remember there's a passage leading from the basement to the cellar door outside. So my choices are the cellar. I must get to the cellar. Or another exit, a window, a back door. Shit, there must be something. And if I remember correctly, either it was in her letter or she had told me something about, I think it was in her letter, that we needed to join, become one, and that she was doing, and beneath our house. There was something going on beneath the house. So I feel like going into the cellar is a bad idea. And seeing how this is my old house from 5 years ago, I would assume I would know of a window or a freaking back door I can get out of. So we're going with another exit, a window, a back door. Shit, there must be something. You rise, fleeing deeper into the house. The corridors feel familiar, yet the dust rising with each panicked step is a new and unsettling sight. You frantically try each door without daring to take your eyes off the corridor you just came sprinting through. Locked, all of them. The windows are sealed shut with rusted, decaying iron bars. That would have been good to remember before I chose that answer. We can't be separated. Not hissing. I'm not hissing. There's nothing left, love. My love. There's no way out. Cellar. I must try the cellar door. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor, but it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and the nauseating stench of things that should long have been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the door, you slam it shut. As you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wraps around you. Before I click on that, there it is, that door, the one leading down to the basement. It has to be there. The cellar hatch that opens to the outside. Freedom. It's behind that door. That's all I can look at. It's just the door. Yep, just the door. Okay. Well, apparently my only option is to close your eyes and accept Lilith. Close your eyes and accept Lilith. OBTI. I don't know what that says. If I can figure out what that says, I'll put it here when I'm editing this. Act 2, Echoes Deep Within. Thank you for playing. We made this game 6 friends and 1 cat. We made our game as professional and artistic as possible. Everything from the visual to the music is handmade, no AI. We plan to release this game on Steam as a full version in September. To reach more people until then, we need to increase the number of wish list. Would you like to help us? I've already added this game to the wish list because it's amazing. We're a team passionate about creating narrative-driven games. If you enjoyed our story and would like to... Okay, so there's a way you can sign up for a mailing list. I'm pretty positive I did that as well. So before I end this recording, they left a little Easter egg in the game for me when they reached out to me, or at least they let me know about it. So, meow, Alpha Shoulders. I'm Yell, the cat, the studio CEO, Chief Eating Officer. Thank you for taking the time to play Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Consider this a big meow of gratitude. I hope Lilith's madness managed to give you a proper chill. Some moments even made my own fur stand on end. Every question about the demo or full release, and every "this would be even better if" idea is worth it in weight in premium cat food. To me, share your thoughts with my humans. Sorry, the dev team. That's actually funny. And they'll jot down every word. Can't reach them, drop me a meow. Okay, yep, that gives me an email for her. I can email the cat. That's awesome. I'll lap up every word between my nap sessions. Your support keeps both my humans motivated and my food bowl full. Thanks again and have a good time. I can't recommend anything to change. The art was amazing. The fact that you could kind of like interact with the scenes and kind of get little bits of information. You could click on some of the words on the text to learn about them and kind of like more about the world. That's all amazing. The audio is amazing. Just that one scene where it's explaining how everything's getting quiet, and as I was reading it, the sound goes away. That was amazing. I did originally try starting a recording with this, and OBS crashed on me, so I had to restart, but I chose a different path to go down. And at one point it was, I think, the narrator either explaining something Lilith was doing or something that we were interpreting her doing as a child, like taking apart a toy to see how it would work or like what's in it. And that hit me really hard just with the wording and the description of that, because that was me as a kid. And it was a little creepy reading that. So no, I cannot think of anything to make this game any better. I can't wait for it to come out in September. I will definitely be back to play more of it. But I guess with leaving this one off, if you guys enjoyed this game, make sure you go check out In Eve Games on Steam. Games Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. They have the demo out, and looks like they're planning to release in September. So go play the demo, give this team some support and love, and hopefully they release an amazing game and they can continue to release some more story-based games like this. And we really need it. So go give them some love. Bye, guys. I love yous.